All right, boys and girls, this is Mrs. Boyle again. This week we are going to learn about texture. Texture is kind of like if you look at an animal in a drawing and you've got fur, it makes something that you want to reach out and touch, like you can feel it. That's how I explain texture. There's all kinds of different ways we can do this project. This time I'm going to do a fish, and we're going to do like a fish scene. There's all kinds of things you can do, like you could do landscapes and do some texture in there. You can do monsters and do fur and scales. So I think on my fish, I'm going to do some gills, and I need to turn this paper. I'm going to stagger them a little bit. And there's all kinds of places that we can do that on here. And I think I'm going to stop right here and do something different on the tail. Maybe I'll do some lines to give it a different kind of texture. And we can do, I'm going to do a ground here and do some rocks, because they wouldn't all be the same size, so put them different ways on there. So I'm going to go all the way over with that. And then maybe you want some grass on the floor to give it a little bit more. And I'm going to add a little bit more color down here and fill that in. It doesn't have to be things that are actually, like, I'm not sure you would see this kind of grass on the bottom of the floor, but I'm doing it because it's pretty. So we'll do this. I'm going to do my rocks all the way over. Maybe we want to come up here and put the bottom of a boat. And then you can do the wood on there. And let's do something on here. I'm going to do this like a checkerboard. Do your lines this way, and then you're going to come along here. And so when I color these in, I'm going to do different colors. So I'm going to maybe do red on this part. And I'm going to skip one, and then I'm going to come over here. And do that. And if you need to be inspired, you can always, and you have good internet, you can always get on the internet and look up different kinds of textures to see what you want to add. So I've got that. And coming along here. I wonder if it actually, so color that in, and then maybe you want to do a different color, different shade of red. You can do that in here. And so you can color that in. We can do lots of circles in the back, like maybe because it's blue, we can do some different color circles in the background. There's all kinds of things we can do. If you want to, like a good book to look at is Where the Wild Things Are, if you're in the mood to do something for Halloween, which is coming up pretty soon. And so then you can fill that in. So you're going to fill the whole thing in with texture. Here's another one that I'm starting. I did a little fun monster. He's got little scales on his legs. This I probably will do, like, we can add this on there. Give that a little bit of pizzazz. And then we can do, I'm going to do some bigger, like I've got the gills down there, but I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And then we can do the grass. So there's so many endless possibilities that you can do. And then maybe I'll do a sunset back here. So the wild thing we can give him a bigger mohawk. So that's kind of fun. So there's things you can do like that. I have another landscape that I've started where you can do different textures on here. So you can break that up. We can maybe put some mountains up here in the background. And so I've got my sun, I've got some land. Maybe over here we'll do some water so we can have some lines going this way. Do what you are comfortable doing. Here's one with a barn and a landscape. See if I can get that in there without the glare. So that one was kind of fun. And then here's another monster that you just are going to start with a big oval, and then you're going to add stuff on the side. And I can show you quick how to do one of those. Like we were going to start an oval. Maybe we want to just come here. And if you want to do the oval, you can always add this. Just make sure you don't color or draw it too dark, because it's hard to erase it if you draw it dark. And we can give him some big eyes. Another big eye. Maybe he's kind of cross-eyed. I'm going to give him a big nose. Maybe a wart on his nose. And then I'm going to put some legs out here. And maybe his will just be kind of like he's floating. And then this is where I'm going to start adding my texture on here. So it doesn't matter what subject you want to do, you just need to put lots of different lines and fun things. I'm going to give him a mohawk or a crown. I don't know which one that is. It can be whatever you want. I'll see how it is when I start coloring. So you could have hair coming out of his feet down here. So there's all kinds of different possibilities. We can do monsters if you're inspired for Halloween. Give him some hair. So you've got hair, you just do little wispy lines. The gills, you can do that. Or you can do the landscape, or we do different patterns in there. You can do a combination of monsters and landscapes. Totally up to you. You can make it a little more simple and do a fish underwater scene. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And I do love to see all of your artwork. So keep showing me. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.